Bandwidth and hosting for BagelTech News is provided by UK2.net, web hosting for everyone, and sponsored by DCS Cabling, National Data and Security Solutions. Hello, welcome to BagelTech News. It's Thursday the 7th of October 2010. All the technology news from the previous 48 hours, and it's relatively crap, I would say. So a new CCTV site is paying you to watch it. Yes, if you watch CCTV footage on Internet Eyes, they will pay you if you report any suspicious activity. They'll give you up to £1,000 for doing it as well. The catch is not that you sit and watch it and get paid. The catch is that you have to find something that's suspicious on there and report it. If you don't, then you don't get paid a penny. However, if you're sitting on your backside doing nothing, it might be a good option. Now, if you want to get your hands on a new MacBook Air, then you're going to find it pretty difficult because stocks are being run down in all of the Apple stores. The online resellers are not getting any new stock through as well, and eBay itself has had a little price increase in MacBook Airs as a result. One thing that's also disappearing, which not many people are noticing, is the super drives. These are the little tiny drives that are specifically for the Apple MacBook Air, and they've been pulled off shelves in most stores, so that could indicate that there's something new on the way. Logitech have released the review to go with Google TV. It's $299 if you buy it by itself. It's got a whole ton of free applications. It's only $179 if you buy it on the Dish network, and it connects with an HDMI cable to your existing TV, and you can watch whatever you want wherever it comes from, according to the advertisement. It looks fantastic. There's a bigger story on Engadget if you want to read more about it, but it is nice. I'll have a look later. GM has announced the $490 Voltec charger for the Chevy Volt if you want to buy one of them. The bad news is it's an accessory that has to go with the Chevy Volt, and it's going to cost you $490 anyway. The other bad news is the fact it's going to cost you $2,000 to get it installed in your house. Oh dear, that sounds like a stitch-up. Cisco has unveiled the UMI consumer video conferencing system. Now, I'm sure it's fantastic in terms of quality and looks fine and dandy. It throws up to 720p across the web to someone else who's got one. You're going to need two of them as well, watch out. It does integrate with Google Voice and video chat, and Cisco also says it's looking into FaceTime integration as well, and you'd expect Skype to be on there too, but no one says that it definitely is. It's going to cost you $25 a month or $275 for an annual service, and you're going to have to buy it at $599. If you go down and get a webcam off eBay for about $6, maybe $10 with shipping, and you download Skype, then you can still do all of this for free. Don't be fooled, people. Don't be fooled. Tascam have released the TC1S guitar tuner. If you're into guitar, then it's great because it's solar powered. It means you won't have to tax the local grid to keep your axe in tune. The bad news is that most guitarists live in damp, dark holes anyway, and also they've got a rack of Marshalls behind them, so that's sapping a little bit more than a guitar tuner ever would. But it's a nice thought, eh? Now, Tony Curtis passed away last week, and he's one of my heroes, I have to say. Some Like It Hot is one of my favourite ever films. However, it turns out that he's been buried with a few items like an old pharaoh. He's got a Stetson hat in there, an Armani scarf, some driving gloves, and a copy of his favourite book, Just for a Read Across the River Styx. What he's also got in there is his iPhone. So if you've got Tony Curtis' cell phone number, watch out if it rings. Now, when I was a kid, astronauts were heroes. I remember John Young going up in the first space shuttle mission and coming back, and he was great. Absolutely my hero. And Bruce McCandless was one of those as well. He's the first guy to use the jetpack away from the shuttle and untethered. But unfortunately, he's managed to get himself down into the depths of being a complete and utter butthole. McCandless is suing Dido for her album cover, Safe Trip Home, in which he's a tiny little speck floating in the distance. You arse. Pull that one, otherwise I'm afraid you're coming off me wall, Bruce, and that's the end of it. And finally, David Cameron loves his Mac. In a recent interview with The Telegraph, he said, "I'm very proud of the fact that I've got a Mac. I've got a speaker remotely linked with a wire, which I did by myself. I have all the music on the iMac. The cool thing is that I now control my iMac from my iPad to play out through the speaker. But I have to admit, I had a little bit of help from someone in IT on that one." Oh dear, David. If you want to prove that you're a techie and hit with the kids, then don't admit to the fact you had a bit of help, mate. Oh dear. If you've got a story and no one else will listen, then you can send it to us at bageltechnews@gmail.com or follow us on the website at bageltechnews.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Vimeo at BagelTech News. Kyle will be back tomorrow with a roundup of all of the previous 24 hours news as normal, and he's far more reliable than I am. Sorry I didn't appear yesterday, but I had a job come up and it was too good to miss, as you may have seen if you watch Twitter. Have a good day. Thanks for listening.